What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome to another Resplendent review. This time we're going to be taking a look at Elincia, and this is going to be a comprehensive analysis on her, how she works in the modern times and what kind of builds you could run on her, as well as a bonus segment at the end of the video. FEH Pass is not free, but leaving a like and subscribing if you do end up enjoying these videos is definitely free, and I do try to make these videos before these Resplendent versions actually come out. So with that said, hope you all enjoy and let us begin. Elincia is a Gen 1 Sword Flier with Amiti as her preferred weapon, which is a brave weapon giving her less speed penalty than the usual one, so she gets only -2 speed penalty, and the weapon refine is a pretty simple effect of Sir Sparrow, which just enhances her quadding potential in the player phase. So this kind of Resplendent version can really help someone like Elincia because any kind of extra attack is super nice for a brave weapon user, and she can also quad attack with the extra speed. And in a sense, if you look at it, because of the extra 2 speed that she gets from the Resplendent stats, she basically gets no speed penalty from her preferred weapon in a way. So the extra attack and speed is definitely much appreciated on an offensive unit, and the extra attack can also help her trigger Heavy Blade for Gale Force because she's no Shida and she doesn't have access to Flashing Blade, so Heavy Blade is the only special acceleration that she has got access to. Now, even though she is a Gen 1 flyer, I feel like she is still pretty fairly unique because there isn't really as much competition in Sword Flyers as it is for Lance Flyers. Like if you look at Lance Flyers, they've got premium 5-star units like Irenaeus and Duopala who are insanely good quad attacking units, but for Sword Flyers, there isn't really any kind of like quad attacker in that sense with that kind of preferred weapon. The closest comparison is like Altina because of her preferred brave weapon, but even then, like, she's not really used to quad attack in the player phase. She's just more of an enemy phase unit. There are player phase Sword Flyers like Katria, Anand and Ryoma, but honestly none of these can really do what Elincia does with quad attacking with Amiti, so she is fairly unique even after so many years because of not being much competition there, and a Resplendent version definitely helps her quite a bit because she's an older unit. So overall, Elincia is still quite decent in these modern times, even though she doesn't have like a very insane weapon that we see right now on units. She can still function fairly uniquely with her Amiti weapon refine. Everyone with FEH Pass is going to be getting a free copy of her, and she can appear as a 4-star special hero, but of course the rate of getting the exact unit that you want is really rare. So on a budget, you could just run the Deathblow and Sir Sparrow Sacred Seal if you don't really want to spend any kind of resources, so that can work out, and she can definitely function in something like Arena Assault pretty decently well. She's not going to be very fast at Unmerged, so you want to try something like Brazen Attack Speed with Fury and definitely give her some attack and speed support from her teammates because we just have so many tanky units. So if you are actually going to be facing those with an Unmerged Elincia, you definitely need some support. And then you can just run triple Sir Sparrow by foddering a Nisala, so that can even be done on a budget. And now we move on to a bit of premium investment. Now this can all be done on lower investment Elincia, but as higher you go the better it is honestly because she is a Gen 1 unit. So by far any kind of brave weapon user like her or Cordelia prefers having Dive Bomb because they can attack consecutively 4 times before they get counterattacked, and they can most of the time just kill the enemy. Heavy Blade 4 can also be run from Pirate Tibarn because you're going to be inheriting Dive Bomb, and Heavy Blade 4 is going to be requiring you to have 3 hits on the opponent in order to trigger Gale Force. Attack Speed Rain can help you with the Heavy Blade triggers, and honestly I feel like plus speed Ivy is definitely what you should go for because she needs the speed to quad attack units, and there are some insanely fast units in FEH right now, so more speed is always better in my eyes, especially on a unit who really depends on it to quad attack. And you could also fodder off your Brave Claude if you want to give her Fury 4. The recall damage can definitely help you be in the range of like Wings of Mercy allies, so you could definitely use her with like 3 dancers. And you could also just fodder off Jill, who can provide you with attack speed, push 4 and speed defense rain. A rain skill is definitely necessary in slot C, and speed defense rain is basically the best one for a brave weapon user like her. But like I said before, attack speed rain can be an option if you want better Heavy Blade triggers. You can also run, like, again, triple Sir Sparrow with Dive Bomb this time, so she can hit incredibly hard. And usually I do prefer speed, but if you want to have more attack stat, then plus attack Ivy can work because she's already going to be pretty fast, especially if you run like a speed boosting Sacred Seal along with something like Sir Sparrow 3 in slot A. You can also run her with Odd Tempest. This is not the best option. I still prefer Rain Skill honestly over this because Rain Skill is just more consistent. But Odd Tempest is still an option which I'm just mentioning if you want to have like a 3 movement Elincia. Of course, this is not really all that consistent, but still an option nonetheless. Speaking of options, Pegasus Flight is also an option for Resplendent Elincia because the extra resistance can help you. So Pegasus Flight does check for your visible speed and visible resistance, so Fury 4 can be run in this kind of scenario with Phantom resistance. Now, I don't really think this is the best option for Slot B, but it's just an option that you could run, and I'm just listing it here. Dive Bomb by far is the best Slot B option for Elincia, and then of course, like I said, Rain Skill is definitely something you want to run on our Slot C. There are a couple of offensive options for Slot A like Susparo, Attack Speed Push 4, whichever one you want to run. Even Fury 4 works out, depends on what you're running. If you're running Dive Bomb, then of course you shouldn't really run Fury 4 or Attack Speed Push 4 because the recall damage is a bit anti-synergetic with the threshold of the Slot B. So Susparo 3 does work out in that scenario. Now if you want to truly go ahead and give your queen the premium fodder, even more premium than what I listed before, then foddering off Legendary Claude, the most recent legendary unit for Attack Speed Catch 4, is an option. He can also provide you with Speed Defense Rain. So there are definitely quite a lot of flyers which you can get whose fodder Elincia uses really well. You've got Legendary Claude here, the most expensive one, and then we also have Ninja Lin, who is going to be on the Hero Rises banner if you get an extra copy. Brave Claude is also a unit which you could fodder, and then of course Jill for her Rain and the push skill. So those are some of the flyers that you could look out for, and Pirate Tibarn is of course going to be the topmost priority for any kind of big Elincia fan for that amazing Dive Bomb. So those are the builds of Elincia. She's fairly basic to work with. Just build her up for the player phase to just bombard opponents with extra damage and just quad attack them, and you can even trigger Gale Force with using Heavy Blade at max investment especially. So she can work out pretty much how a lot of the quad attackers can work, similar to like Cordelia, which we have seen before. And now time for a bonus segment. So Elincia's Weapon Refine is like alright, it's definitely better than what Cordelia got. Obviously it's much more consistent, but still Elincia the Queen deserves more. So in my opinion, I would give her this kind of Weapon Refine. So I would just keep the primary effect same, but I would add a half part of Null Follow Up. Now the problem with a lot of quad attacking units like Elincia in general is that there are a lot of follow-up negation skills and units who have that, so they're never really going to be able to quad attack them. So half part of null follow basically allows them to break through that, and also allows someone like Elincia to run Wind Sweep, which is going to be amazing. So that definitely would make her even more unique, really future-proofing her, even if you get like a sword equivalent of someone as insane as Uranus maybe. So the half part of null follow would be absolutely amazing for a brave weapon user, and then I would just upgrade Susparo 2 that she has in her refine to Susparo 3. It's at least what we could do. Like Blazing Durandal has got the steady impact built into it, so Susparo 3 could be available for Elincia. Let me know what you think about my theory craft with this weapon refine. I'll be eager to hear that in the comments. Make sure to share this video with your friends who are big Elincia fans and are excited to get her as a Resplendent version. And I want to thank all of my YouTube members for their constant support, and if you enjoyed, then please be sure to leave a like and a comment. Helps me tremendously, and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I wish YouTube sub boxes had -2 speed penalty like Amiti, but unfortunately they've got -20. So that's it, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.